in champion select right now, actually. Bro, I'm banned from purple team. Is the stream okay? Huh? Oh. Okay, there we go. Everything's fine now. Alright, so yeah, Kale banned from purple side as well, but Evelyn and Rebecca banned from blue side. Both teams have kind of swapped out what they've been playing the past, like 4 or 5 games of the tournament, so I can't really... I'm sure they've researched each other, though. Sin banned from blue side and Cassie banned. Cassie is just a standard ban. Most teams don't want to play against it, just like Braum and Kale. Braum and Kale, my bad. Let's see what blue team's gonna first pick Yasuo. Yeah, 1 second. That's what they're saying. Okay, yeah, Darius and let's see what else. Oh yeah, mute Skype, mute Skype. Okay, everything should be fine now. Sorry about that, a bit of audio issues. So yeah, we have the Yasuo pick. I guess we're probably going to look for some further... Yeah, some knockups from blue side. Fucking shit. Yeah, so yes, they're going to pick Jarvan and synergize with Yasuo pretty nicely. Actually... Okay, yeah. Thresh back. You could actually get the Yasuo ult off of a Thresh fillet. Oh, or Nami. Nami's a double knockup. There's a lot of utility for Yasuo on blue side. He's going to be a terror anywhere into the mid game, actually. Thresh, Nami, undecided. But you still couldn't get Yasuo ult off of a fillet from Thresh. So regardless, he's got a lot of options. Fiddlesticks jungle, that looks interesting. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to go with that or not, but Nunu. So far, Cresselia, as if that's how you say it, hasn't really played much. He hasn't really played much of Nunu or Fiddlesticks. He might be just looking to use a cheese jungle, I'm not too sure about that. Tarek jungle. Shady carry maybe. You're a very interesting purple side team. Other than the Morgana pick, it doesn't look like they're going to play things that are, I guess, part of the standard meta. Alistair, Alistair jungle? Okay, Kog'Maw ID is a normal meta jungle. Pantheon, you don't see that too much anymore, but still pretty strong jungle. I wouldn't necessarily say it's too much of a cheese. We're gonna see on blue side now. They might just go for more knockups if they can. Caitlyn, that's a pretty safe pick. They could go for a more hyper aggressive AD carry if they wanted. They do have a Thresh. Trundle could be good against Darius if he decides to go on full-on tank. This is interesting. Maybe are they not playing an AD carry? I don't know, maybe they're just trolling me. I have no clue. Okay, yeah, there's Sever. Or maybe they're trolling me. I have no clue what's going on. Okay, it's gonna be Aurelia Toph and Caitlyn AD carry. That makes a bit more sense. Annie. That's going to be an Annie mid. It's a really, really interesting purple side team. It seems pretty cheesy. Actually, quite cheesy. You don't see much Darius. You don't see much Pantheon anymore, or Annie for that matter. It's a very meta bot lane. So, I think blue side has the general teamfight advantage, we'll say. I mean, Yasuo has a lot of knockups other than his own. He has Jarvan, that's like a large AoE knockup, even the Thresh fillet. But we don't know how this laning phase is going to go. Very interesting. I guess I'll have to solo cast the first game. Our co-caster is running a tad late. It's traffic. Okay, so a 3-minute delay. Yeah, so looking at both these teams, obviously Yasuo has a lot of knock-up ability. Right now he has the Jarvan, the Thresh. Blue team has Irelia as well. It's going to be an interesting matchup against Darius top. It's not something you see too often. We can expect to see Darius kind of beat up on her for a while. It's around level 8, 9, you'll see Irelia start to take over that lane with maxing out her true damage on her W. Caitlyn versus Kog'Maw bottom. They're both very like high scaling ADs. Kog'Maw obviously a bit more than Caitlyn. But I feel the bot lane matchup in this match is a little less relevant to the interesting solo lanes we're getting here, because it's the mid lane is Annie versus Yasuo. I mean, Yasuo, he will probably have a bit of a hard time against Annie, but Yasuo is the kind of champion that's build one item, do a lot of damage, and then with a team that can provide the knockups for him, he doesn't have to rely on himself. I think blue team's use of Yasuo will it'll decide whether it'll make or break the game for them. That's the best way to say it. If he can't get at least a little bit ahead, he's gonna have a really hard time for this whole game. Because there is quite a bit of burst damage. Well, single target burst on purple with Pantheon, and a lot of single target burst with Annie. Because she is mid, she's probably gonna be going DFG and trying to blow up Yasuo in his tracks. Should overall be a very interesting game, especially with the Pantheon jungle. You see Jarvan jungle come back now. A lot of tank junglers coming back into the meta with patch 4.11 with the changes to jungle items. Pantheon, don't really see him too much, but I mean he still is that strong early game jungler, kind of just jump out of a bush and do big damage. Again, the Morgana bot into Thresh. I mean the spell shield is going to be it's going to be really hard for Thresh to get things off, but I mean you can only spell shield one person. As the game progresses, it's gonna there's not too much you can make use of that spell shield for, other than to save one person from Yasuo or maybe Irelia. Actually, pretty standard summoner spells across on both teams. Teleports to the top, exhaust for the supports, obviously smites for the jungle. And let's flip this over. Just make sure everything's in order. There we go. Yeah, a little interesting fact. The blue team, what is it, blue team? No, it's purple team. Actually has never lost a game this tournament. Every game was a best of 3. They just 2-0'd every single team they played against. Pretty interestingly. They played some matchups that we thought would be a bit harder for them, but they just kind of 2-0 rolled over everybody. Blue team, they had a bit of a harder bracket. The top of the bracket was a tad more challenging, and the team they played in the semifinals, was probably favored to win the entire tournament, but they actually managed to take a game off of them 2-1. I mean, and those I saw the last 2 games of that. It was pretty, almost like you can say, arguably stompy win for Avitas, if that's how you say it. That's what the blue team is. All right, we're in the game now. Let's see where we're gonna get these teams to go. Let's see if we see any interesting level 1 strats. Everybody going pretty standard. Yellow trinket starts. Doran's blade starts on the ADs. Top lane's actually going cloth and 5 pots. Not opting for any Doran's option this time around. From the looks of it, we're getting standard lanes. Well, that's what we see for now. We don't know if there's going to be any swapping business anytime soon. Both teams looking fairly defensive, actually. No one really willing to venture too far. It looks like Blues just wants to start a easy red buff start clear towards the top lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, it looks like Purple doesn't want to do anything either. They're just going to defend the blue. We're going to get a pretty passive start from both teams. Both teams want to play safe. This is a best of 5. They don't want to risk anything too much in the first match. Aurelia going to make her way top slowly. This pretty passive. It's kind of surprising. I would have expected at least one team to try to pull something a little crazy out the level 1 strat in the first game, but maybe we'll see that in coming games. So there's going to be a red star for Jarvan. There he goes. Still got 5 seconds on that. Pretty boring beginning. We should see some action very soon, though. There we go. We got some Jarvan's going to go into red. Kalen's actually used her headshot there. She won't be trying to cheese anyone with an early headshot in lane. Pantheon taking a little more time to clear the blue. He will be fine, though. He's still playing a tad aggressive. He's going to make use of his shield, get actually a good bit of damage, but the Q's going to miss. Yeah, this is going to be the story of top lane. It's going to be Aurelia getting a bit bullied out by Darius. Binding onto Thresh, she's going to take a bit of damage. Actually, Morgana's going to take more damage. Headshot onto her. And Caitlyn just abusing her range. She has a lot of range on the early game Kog'Maw. I mean, he will get his range as he levels the W, but right now Caitlyn's is clearly the one in charge. Always gotta be careful of the Morgana binding, though. It is a long binding and it does hurt. Barely even started. Oh, okay. Nice. Caitlyn does have headshot. He's still doing pretty well in middle, actually. He is winning in CS, just a tad, but it's because the wave's pushing in his favor. Aurelia, she's going to be stuck under tower for a while. It's going to be a bit difficult for her, especially in the early stages of the game. Oh, we're looking for a gank onto Annie. Oh, knockup's not going to hit. Recently, with the nerfs to Jarvan and the EQ combo being a lot skinnier to get the actual knockup, it's going to make it a bit harder for him to get those ganks off. Very close though, they at least got to blow the flash. Aurelia taking big damage. She does have the teleport though, so if she ever does want to go back, she should be fine. Some passive trades we got going on at bottom. Not much to worry about. Aurelia gonna have a bit of a hard time farming under tower. Still gonna get half the minions though. Not doing that bad to Darius actually, only behind in 2 CS. But it is only 4 minutes into the game, to be fair. Looks like blue team's really focusing on this Annie. They really know that they need to get Yasuo ahead right now. They want him to get ahead from the get-go, and that will be the key to winning. They know what their win condition is. Their win condition is getting this Yasuo ahead. It's going to take some damage there. But man, he can really use the shield, because Annie could only hit like 2 spells right now, really. He can make use of that shield. Ooh, a little bit of damage. Pantheon's gonna come mid. He's gonna jump onto Yasuo. Yasuo goes on the tower, secures the first blood, but he's gonna die anyway. He forces the 1-for-1. That's very good on Yasuo's part. Very, very passive trades at top. Aurelia knows she needs to be safe. Jarvan looking to gank bottom, isn't gonna get anything. Oh no, Russell will stay back for a bit. He's gonna choose to go back again. Oh, hook onto Morgana. She gets knocked up. She takes a lot of damage, forces the flash. There's an exhaust onto her though. She's barely out of there. She's dead. Exhaust does go onto Jarvan. It's gonna save Kog'Maw, but it's not gonna save Morgana at all. There's the shield at Yasuo. Just protecting. Oh, he wants to fight. He knows he has a bit of an advantage right now with the shield. Those auto attacks, but he is taking quite a bit of damage and dashes out. I mean, and he still does have an extra pot. I realize still struggling to oh, ult onto Annie. She's taking some damage. Will he go deep for this? He goes deep for it, dashes in, he gets the kill mid. Annie's really going to have a hard time with the snowballing Yasuo now. I mean, he only had an average blade on that fight. Or maybe he had it now. But he didn't have any significant damage on him at that point, but he's just working towards it. And every time he does buy crit, it does get doubled by his own passive. Aurelia really forced the farm onto this tower. The longer this game goes, the better it is for blue side. But they already have the early game. They're already kind of winning this early game right now. They are up, not a K gold, but they're approaching it. Aurelia just waiting for her damage spike. She'll likely go back once that teleports back up, and she's closer to level 9, and try to take advantage of her power spike versus Darius. And he has her stunned. He can block that. That's Yasuo making good use of his wind wall. Letting Addy know who's in charge. He could theoretically block 2 skills from her if he wanted. One with the wind wall, and then his shield absorbs some of the damage from another one, so she kind of loses a lot of her burst right there. Aurelia taking a bit of a risk. Stuns Darius. Gonna get some damage. See, the true damage is actually stacking up, but Darius wants to fight now. Aurelia's gonna ult. So is Darius, but this is gonna be a fairly passive trade. No one wants to go all in. Everyone's kind of low in mana. It would be dangerous to fight. Looks like we might get some action at bottom. Pantheon all comes in, but Morgana's son goes on to Caitlyn. She gets the lantern out. Oh, Pantheon is going to stun Thresh. She's going to take some damage. Probably won't be enough. He gets out just in time. Very, very close there at bottom. Good use of the lantern to avoid excessive damage in that fight. Darius is running out of mana. It looks like Yasuo wants a bit of a gank at top. He wants to push the snowball, but Darius knows. He's going to back off. Still seeing a fairly passive bottom other than jungle ganks. Not much either team is willing to do too much to each other. I mean, Morgana can keep Thresh in check. And Caitlyn is, well, she is the lane bully that she is. Thresh is going to miss his hook. Morgana's going to miss her body. He's going to force an even more passive lane. Jungler's clearing around for the second time. I need getting the blue. Yasuo doesn't really need it. I mean, he does have unlimited skills. Oh, Jarvan flash! Oh, Cataclysm! He's going to go a long way. This is going to be a flash over the wall, but he's burning! Oh, Spirit of the Lizard Elder. That's what he had there? Let me see. Oh, he didn't even have that. He had red buff. That's going to be the hero of that fight. His red buff's going to be the hero of that fight. My mistake. Just barely getting the kill with a true damage burn. That's a close one. Aurelia actually opting for Ninja Tab to have a better upfront fight with Darius. Still going to be... No one has burst damage yet. Ignite onto Annie. She's almost done. Flash dash. He gets the kill. There's a fight at top as well. maximum stacks onto Irelia right now. She's in danger if she gets ulted. Big damage. She's still burning, but the pot's gonna keep her alive just barely. She's gonna miss this wave of CS though. Oh, she wants to fight it. This is risky business. She almost dies to the spin. She's not sure what she wants to do. Is she gonna go back? She's gonna stay. Darius clearly the one in charge right now still. Both teleports are up though, so she does have the option of going back and she'll take it. Still have our fairly passive bot lane going on. Yasuo's clearly just snowballing his advantage in middle right now. Becoming a very difficult game for Annie. And she was having trouble to start, where realistically it was probably her best bet at winning the lane. Morgana gonna miss her binding. Still, this very, very passive lane bottom. Might see a bit of a fight at mid. Jarvan wants to go in. Jarvan gets the knock. I'm going to fall with the Yasuo. Oh, big damage on Danny. She goes down to the dash. Fight at bottom. Morgana ult. That's going to kill Thresh. Oh, Caitlyn forced the flash away. She's good. She's good. She's gone. But this game is still really, really falling. All the pieces falling into the side of blue team. Purple team going to look to get their dragon to maybe even out the gold just a tad. These will actually even out the gold significantly. There's about a 1.5k gold lead for blue team. It's going to lower it nicely. Only a 500 gold lead now. But like as you see from mid, Yasuo's a ticking time bomb. That bomb's almost off. They almost finished the Shiv. In fact, purple team might look to put a little more, a tad more pressure in the mid lane just to keep Yasuo in check. Yeah, Darius is there. He's gonna look to shut down the Yasuo. Yasuo's gonna make a run for it. Not much gonna happen there. Or we don't know. Directed camera knows more than I do right now. Yeah. But bot lane's finally going to go back. You see significant purchases on both sides. Bilgewater for Kog'Maw. And Caitlyn's going to opt for the Infinity Edge build. BF Sword and a Childy Cloak. And he's going to get... Oh my lord! That was not nice. Okay, well, yeah. This blue team knows the farther they get Yasuo in this game, the easier it's going to be for them. They're pressuring the Annie so much that the game just really, really, really is falling in their favor. The Yasuo's 4-1 now. He's likely going to get a Shiv in the next back. They just take a tower. They might even get a second tower. Pantheon wants to stop them, but there's not much he can do by himself. He's going to ult to clear the wave and to force some damage onto the blue side, but it's going to stop him from getting the tower. But his ult is down. He does lose that map pressure. Oof. Kog'Maw just barely escaping the clutches of Thresh there. Looking to take advantage of Thresh. Thresh, he gets out. There is, to be fair, Annie is behind. But I mean, she could still get to the point where she could one-shot somebody. I mean, she's behind now. It's going to be a lot more difficult for her. Oh, hook onto Darius. He gets the black shield. So they are going to get this mid tower. That's going to help. That's going to help out Annie quite a bit. Even out the gold in their favor. The gold did shift quite a bit though, from the 500 gold lead. Jarvan might be in a bit of trouble here. Jump on him. He gets stunned. Darius pulls him in. Spins a lot of damage. He gets executed by the ult. I really know she's maybe not the best place to be right now. All the while we had the split pushing Caitlyn. She's going to set a trap for Vision. Doesn't see anything. She's going to get out just safely. Annie gonna get the blue for herself. Morgana might be in a bit of trouble. Yasuo is pretty far ahead. Black shield just to ensure her safety. And nothing will happen there. It is only about a 2,000 gold league. I mean, it's definitely something you could come back from. Just becomes a tad difficult because of the synergy of the blue team. The champions do synergize together quite well. Jarvan gonna help himself to this blue. Yasuo doesn't need it too much. He is a manaless troll. Looks like we might get some action. Oh, no. Thinking we're going to get some action mid, but it looks like they're going to push bot tower. They're going to rotate to the bottom side. Darius has to force to go back. His teleport will be up soon, though. They are going to get this tower. Not much purple side can do about it. Darius's recall takes a tad too long. That's going to be a free tower for blue side. Honestly, the blue team's just moving as a unit now because the champs synergize so well together with the knockups and Yasuo. Like, I just keep saying that, like, it's... And they know Yasuo's ahead. They want to stay together. They want to force the team fight. It's not something that purple side can afford to do at this point. Their Annie's far behind. I mean, Kog'Maw has finished his Bork, so he will do, like, he has hit a damage spike, but it's not enough to make up for like the immense burst damage that comes from an AoE knockup in Yasuo ulti. They are going to be the aggressors right now, though. Yasuo will come back. They want this tower. They don't want to say that they're behind. They're going to look to just disengage any fight that comes their way. Flash EQ by Jarvan. Someone gets hooked. A lot of damage. Thresh is going to go down. Irelia forced to go back. Purple side is actually going to get a good, gets the nice kill on Yasuo. Shuts them down. 3 kills for them. This is going to be a free tower. This is like, this is the turnarounds. This is the comebacks. This is the big damage. Annie does have the AoE stun. She could hold people down and the Jarvan's EQ missed. That was the big fault of that fight. His EQ missed. Yasuo didn't have a proper knock-up target. And there's not much that could have been done there. I mean, like, I keep saying how strong Yasuo is right now, but I mean, it's because it's synergized with the Jarvan. If Jarvan isn't getting his knockups, I mean, you're just gonna see a fairly useless Yasuo. I mean, he could do it on his own, but he wasn't preparing his Qs for that. That's going to be a nice fight in favor of purple team. We're going to see blue with a contest for dragon here. Purple might not have the time to contest it. Kog'Maw is top. He's just going to end up pushing, try to get the tower. This is going to be a nice free dragon for blue side, trying to stick the gold in their favor a bit. It's only a 1k gold lead. I mean, they just got the dragon, but they lost the team fight. That nice lead they had becoming a lot smaller. And look, let's see what Annie has now. Annie did get a needlessly large rod there. Before, she was just stacking the Doran's rings. She's actually going to have quite a bit of burst damage now. I mean, you have the Yasuo and the Caitlyn. Both are very vulnerable. Both can be one-shot by Annie. If she gets a nice one off, she's gone. Not to mention that she could be held down by Morgana and Pantheon. Definitely a very close game still. No one refusing to let themselves stay behind forever. Getting good fights. Seeing a fairly passive play by both teams. Seems like blue doesn't want to just roam as a unit anymore. We're getting a fight bottom. Black Shield goes on to Darius and the slow from Morgana. They're gonna get away nice and safely. You might see some action. I mean, Pantheon, I mean, they step on the pink ward, but they want to do something at bottom. And Darius going to teleport top. Stop Yasuo from the split push. This red buff's actually going to go to Irelia. They want Irelia to hold people down. I mean, Irelia is a big threat to Kog'Maw. His support is Morgana. I mean, usually we see Kog'Maws with Kayle picks for top or mid, or even a Thresh support because his lack of escape. That they can make up for that by making him invulnerable. We have a fight bottom. Kayle's going to get binded, ulted. Pantheon's coming in. He's going to stun her too. She's definitely going to go down. Kill goes to Pantheon. Beautiful. A little like mispositioned there. She's there by herself. And I mean, Purple side does have the long range ability to hold you down with the Pantheon ult. Annie. Almost dies to blue buff. That would have been embarrassing. She's still gonna get it. Pantheon's gonna tank it for yeah, he's gonna tank it for her. Oh boy, that was that would have not been nice. This mid tower taking a lot of damage. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a rotation to mid just to take that with a few hits. Yeah, here we go. Yasuo wants it. He's gonna clear the way first. Seems like everyone's gonna slowly pull in towards mid. Seems like a pretty free tower for them. Or not. A purple team recognizes how free their mid tower is, decides to defend it. Pantheon walks there. Make it a tad more difficult. Aurelia's top, but her teleport is not up. It will be up fairly soon though, much faster than Darius's. So if they stall it out, they could play the split push game until Darius gets his teleport back. Red gonna go on to Pantheon. Interesting that they don't want to give it to Kog'Maw, especially at this point in the game. He is snowballing. We're actually not going to see the Trinity Force build from Kog'Maw. A quite popular build now is to see Kog'Maw go Bork Trinity Force, or sometimes even start Trinity Force. With the extra dagger indicates that he's likely going to be going for a Phantom Dancer. Aurelia is bottom. Her teleport is up now. She's going to play the split push game. This is the advantage she has in Darius now. Darius has to stay mid. He flash and pulls in Jarvan. He's attacked though. Jarvan's going to take a lot of damage. He goes down to Ayuna. Oh, Tibbers goes down. A lot of damage to Yasuo. Yasuo's not going to get much. He's going down. Thrush trying to run away. He was exhausted. Morgana's going to slow him. Killed by Annie. Caitlyn forced to run away. Just barely escapes with her life. Aurelia used the teleport, but didn't really get a... fight didn't go in their favor. It was actually a nice flash initiate with the pull from Darius. Mind you, he did pull in Jarvan, but Jarvan opted to go Elder Lizard first, so he's not as tanky as he could be. And he went Speed Boots. And he even has a Brutalizer. What am I saying? He's a damaged Jarvan. He's not even a tank. There's a Baron attempt for purple side now. It's a nice, easy Baron. No one can really contest this. They're not going to get there in time. Nice kill for purple side. That drawing, the game's actually in their favor now. The 2k gold that they were behind before, all of a sudden, we catch them with a 2k gold lead. Oh, ugh, Windwall just blocking off the binding. Yasuo maybe a tad frustrated with how the game's going. I mean, he's not getting off the ults that he needs. I mean, he has a Bork, he has a Shiv. He's likely either going for a Last Whisper right now. Oh, okay. Caitlyn almost dies to golems, makes it out alive. But yeah, Yasuo's likely either going for a Last Whisper or an Infinity Edge now. His ults are gonna hurt. He's not getting the ults that he needs. He's getting held down by Annie. The Annie stun's keeping him down, and while he's stunned, he's dying. I mean, Yasuo is the win condition for blue team. Purple team's doing a good job of holding him down right now. They are gonna get blue buff. Dragon, my mistake. They're gonna get dragon. Gonna even the gold just a tad, but they still are about 1.5 k gold behind, roughly. Oops. Finally gonna stop the knockup, but it was only gonna be a small knockup. Only onto the support. Probably wasn't worth his ultimate. Now purple team of the aggressors, they have the Baron buff. It's all up to them at this point. They're not gonna pressure that. They might actually just look to pressure bottom, but the wave is pushed so far back. This clearing jungle camps, both teams playing safe. Might not be the best for purple side though. They probably want to make use of this dragon. Baron, my mistake. I mean, they were behind. They have pushed the goal in their favor. They're doing a good job of holding Yasuo down. They have Baron buff. They want to look to fight. Aurelia is going to use her W, the true damage. There's a lot of health on Darius though. He doesn't want to fight her. He thinks he's being baited. There's a lot of people coming in actually. He's thinking about fighting her. He's thinking he might not get away. But Yasuo's coming with a knockoff. He got it from... He's going to miss it, though. They're going to miss everything onto Darius. He's too tanky. He gets away. They all reveal their locations now. We're going to have two defending top. Darius going to defend top by himself. Might be a tad risky, but we have bot lane pressuring... We have bot lane being pressured by purple team and top lane being pressured by blue team. Looks like blue team's going to retreat. This is going to be a free tower for purple side. Oh, bot lane, blue team's going to stay top. They want to fight. Going to miss the flay. I mean, you can't be missing all these shots onto Darius. He's a tank. You need to hit everything. Yeah, the Annie's presence is going to force them to disengage now. They don't want to fight two people. They're okay with one, not two. But all the while, purple team is pressuring bottom. They are making good use of this Baron buff, actually. Darius is going to delay these. He's going to delay the recalls. He gets knocked up. He's taking a lot of damage. Annie's there. Flash Timbers. Oh, so much damage onto the two of them. Get bursted to death. Darius is going to get down, though. The Ignite will take him down. But they forced the stopping the recalls and got 2 kills. It's going to be an extra kill. This guy extra tower. Jarvan gets stunned up. He's gonna go down. Morgana does all. Oh, she walks backwards, loses the tether. Not gonna be quite enough. They are gonna get the tower though. They actually even get top tower. They managed to win. They managed to win their disadvantaged fight at top. It was with a beautiful flash timbers. Beautiful flash timbers from Annie. They win their disadvantaged fight. And naturally their advantage fight bottom, they're going to win that too. The game is going far in their favor. About 5k gold. They are 5k gold ahead. Baron and Dragon are actually going to spawn within a second of each other. Let's see if a team gets baited by Dragon and loses the Baron. Jarvan going to take the blue again. No more Baron on purple team, but with all the gold they just got in their last couple plays, they're likely at a significant advantage, almost as if they had Baron. I'm thinking it's about time they might want that bottom tower. Or mid tower, actually. But they are going to rotate towards top. Baron is up in a minute. They might just be looking to push lanes. It's all up to them at this point. We just get jungle farming from blue side. Moving around the map is a bit too dangerous for them at this point. Purple, they don't always move as one unit, but they're at least moving as 2 units. It's like 2 death squads on the map. I mean, you got Annie top. She's there with Pantheon. We see how much damage Annie has. Oh boy. Stun onto Yasuo. They're not going to do anything. They have 2 people top. They don't want to fight a 3v4. They realistically don't want to fight too much without a lot of their heavy CC, which is Annie. The Flash Tibbers, or just Tibbers in general, beautiful AoE stun, lots of damage. I'm gonna push on this top lane tower. They are in advantage right now. They lose their wave. It's a nice wave clear that blue team actually has. They do have the Kaylin Q. When the minions are in a line, it does quite a bit of damage to all of them. I mean, Irelia does have her ult too if she needs it to clear. Maybe not the best idea, but desperate times call for desperate measures. This might be the wave that does a lot of damage to the tower. Kog'Maw's he's a tad afraid to get in there. He doesn't have a reliable escape. He doesn't even have like a Thresh-like support who can keep him alive if something bad happens. Hook gets hit onto Annie, but the Black Shield's gonna save him. The siege of purple team not necessarily the best. Kog'Maw doesn't have the resources to make an escape, so he can't really hit the tower. But he is the main damage dealer to a tower as the AD carry. And I mean, mind you, we have like a Thresh on the other team, so he can get picked off. A Thresh, Irelia, it's a bit difficult. We're going to see purple team going for Baron actually. Blue team does know they're going to collide on it. Irelia's going to be the first one in. Annie choosing to not use the stun. She's going to hold off on it. Oh, big stun onto Yasuo. He's forced to run away. He gets ulted. He lives for now. Ayuna going to get taken down by Russell. Caitlyn forced to back out. We see the fight in the middle. Thresh going to go down. He's all there by himself. EQ in, hits up 2 people. Blue team's in a bit of a difficult time now. Triple kill for Darius. Another dunk. That's 4 kills for them. They could still get that Baron if they want. They're going to choose to go back. Everyone's at about half health or not. But there we see Darius making the biggest possible use of his ultimate. They're actually going to go for Dragon, a bit more of a safe take instead of Baron. But I mean, they did use the Baron to get themselves a 4 kills and a triple kill onto Darius. The goal just pushing farther and farther and farther in their favor. This is the real snowball now. And again, in that fight, we see Annie making sure Yasuo stays down. It's not just blue team that knows their win conditions, Yasuo. Purple team knows that too. So Annie's making sure, hey, I have the big CC. Even if I can't hit 4 people, I'm going to hit the Yasuo. If he can't do anything, their team can't do anything. If that guy's gone, we're fine. This team fight belongs to us. Kog'Maw's not going to get destroyed. All they have to worry about is Irelia going on to Kog'Maw. Oh, look, another flash stun. There. He's going to barely make it out alive. Yasuo's barely going to live. But I mean, this is the story of the game. Hold down Yasuo. He teleports in, not going to be able to get much. But we might be looking at another Baron attempt. Pantheon, yeah, he's going to ult onto it. They want this. They do want the Baron. Yasuo was forced to back. If a fight starts here, it is going to be without Yasuo. Irelia's back too. She does have teleport though. Baron's going down very quickly. No one might get there in time. This might take an EQ from Jarvan to get there. He's not going to get there in time. Baron goes to purple team. Second Baron for them. Jarvan forced to run over the wall. And that's another Baron for... Was that a glitch I saw on Thresh? That's weird. Yeah, but that's another Baron for purple team. And they have the 9k gold lead, about 9.5 is more like it. With the Baron buff, they might be able to take one of those inner towers, even though their siege isn't that great. They might be forced to have to force blue team into a fight under a tower, but with Baron it's not that bad. Yeah, they're pinging the second tier top tower, playing it safe. Finally Kog'Maw going to be given his own red. They might be looking to deal some killing blows here with this Baron. Yeah, like I said, they don't necessarily have the siege potential to take some of these towers, but what they do have is an extremely, extremely powerful team fight right now, especially with Baron. If they want to take towers, now's the time. They could force the fights under those towers and everything will be fine. This tower's a free take. No one was even there to stop it. They're probably looking for the inhibitor towers now. That's all they have to take at this point. They don't have a full wave, but they're not gonna go for it actually. Well, here comes another wave incoming. Kog'Maw's still hesitant to get in there. He knows if he gets EQ'd, he's gonna go down. Oh, stun to Jarvan. Jarvan's gonna take a lot of damage, but he's not gonna die. He has come up with a more tanky build by building that Randuin's now. Hook onto Annie, they're not going to do anything. Headshot does do quite a bit of damage. Not just enough to keep her away from the fight. We have another wave incoming. It's just all of a game of the waves. They can do a bit of damage with the wave. They'll say they're hook onto Darius. They don't want to go in on the tank. Kog'Maw playing exceptionally safe. Realistically, Blue wants a hook onto that Kog'Maw. Maybe if they can get a hook onto the Annie, just one-shot the Annie before she one-shots the Yasuo. Another wave coming in. Maybe get a bit of damage on this tower. The hook comes up from Thresh. He's going to hit a mini and not getting anything. Darius going to get some damage on the tower. Not a lot, just 2 auto attacks. So pull in on Jarvan. He gets stunned down. He goes down. Thresh is out. He boxes in the back. Doesn't get anything. Stunned. Oh lord, Aurelia just goes down quickly too. She gets stunned out. Bork from Yasuo, he's forced to flash away. Pantheon might actually go down here. Morgana's gonna miss her binding. Boy, and he flashes and kills him. And he does have Baron buff isn't gonna be enough. The Ignite's not gonna be enough. He gets under the tower. That's a lot of healing we have right there. It's gonna be an inhibitor. They have 4 guys down. 20 seconds on Thresh. One of Yasuo's up. In my view, he is the strong one, but I don't think he can fight 5 people. This is probably gonna be the game right here. Darius gonna get executed. Tad embarrassing, but his team probably just won the game, so it doesn't matter. Yasuo looking to get a knock up, not gonna do much. This is gonna be game for purple team. They're looking to get the kill for fun. That's gonna be game for purple team. Nice, beautiful ult to will he match the explosion? Hey, beautiful. Alright, that's game 1. That game is going to go to Jesus Take the Wheel.